I must admit that I got misled by a couple of content creators with Cipher. This is my fault for just taking their words and believing that Cipher has no potential as a carry. I should have done my own tests like usual, but when Cipher released, I was still recovering from HSR burnout. Whenever I look at Cipher's kit, I always think that her attack modifiers on both skill and talent aren't so bad. 200% with skill and 150% on talent means she can potentially do up to 350% per turn. Not everything is about high modifiers after all. Cipher has a free 50% critical chance. Her follow-up attacks deal 100% more critical damage. She passively multiplies her damage by 1.4 through her 40% vulnerability debuff. She tallies a large portion of the damage that has been dealt to enemies and releases it as true damage. While her kit is not as good compared to the recently released core damage dealers, Cipher's kit is still relatively better compared to the rest of the damage dealers. As a quantum element character, she can make full use of a powerful relic set such as the Genius set. To make full use of the quantum set, the team must have someone who can apply quantum weakness if the enemies aren't naturally weak to it. Silver Wolf instantly comes to mind, not just because of her element weakness application, but also her massive defense reduction. At level 10 traces, Silver Wolf can provide a total of 57% defense reduction. Add Cipher's 24% from her signature light cone and 20% from the quantum set, she can ignore 100% of the enemy's defense. 101% to be exact, but defense reduction is capped at 100%. Not many people talk about this, but defense reduction works in the opposite of diminishing returns. Instead of getting weaker as you get higher defense reduction, it gets more and more potent. In fact, at around 90% defense reduction, each additional 1% defense reduction would lead to 1% more total damage. This would still continue to increase as you go higher. And no, this isn't comparable to damage percent boosts. I'm talking about pure overall damage increase. One thing I like about Cipher is that it is mandatory for her to reach 170 speed, so she gets a free 50% critical chance increase. She is so close to the 184 speed breakpoint, where one proc of Dance 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 would give her pseudo 200 speed. With that in mind, I thought of Ruan Mei. Ruan Mei gives 10% speed boost, and normally she could only use her ultimate once per wave in 0 cycle attempts. That is so fitting for Cipher since she just needs 4 more speed stat to reach 184, and there's no need for more than 1 Dance 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 proc per wave. Since Cipher reaches high speed without much compromise on her damage output, this means she could do a -1 speed setup with an advanced forward support built for extremely high speeds. Sunday would be the perfect advanced forward support since Cipher would consume a lot of skill points. The energy provided by Sunday is wasted, but that's fine. It's not like Bronya would be able to keep up with all the SP being consumed. The perfect speed tuning for this team is to give Sunday the last action per wave. Therefore, he would want 174 speed. Ideally, you'd want a Sunday that is equipped with Sacerdos and Lushaka. But if 174 speed is really hard to reach, you need to settle with using 6% speed sets. As a side note, you don't need to do a 0 cycle clear. You can drop the speed to 160 if you want. You will dip into the first cycle per wave, but it will not mess up the rotations. Silver Wolf would want to act before Sunday, so ideally, she must be decimals faster than Sunday. Cipher must be at least 1 speed higher than Sunday to guarantee that Silver Wolf would always act in between them in all 3 rotations per wave. Ruan Mei wants to act twice per wave so she could use the 134 speed breakpoint. However, reaching 160 speed would help her and the team for 2 important reasons. Enjoy the showcase.
なんか背中がゾワゾワする。
アンサー
なりひり100%弱点出た。バレたか。本質は同じ。くんくん。ぼったくりだ。ガツンとくるやつか。捕まった。
求めるエースこのあなたを守り導こう。
バトル体験2倍速ってこんなもん。バレたか。ほらいった生命は命のいずれ風に吹き落とされる。 せに私をガツンとくるやつでいこう。捕まった。
呼ぶ声が救うされ
根は巡る。私を食い物にぼったくりだ。すぐ餌にかかる。バレたか。
メス人にこの身をもってあなたを守り導こう。
おとなしくしてよ。ほらいったバトル体験2倍速ってこんなもん。捕まった。私を食う。にょっガツンとくるやつでいこう。バレたか。
食うされ
ぼったくりだ。元気が捕まった。一人なら嘘でも万人なら本当だよ。命のいずれ風に吹き落とされる。もうリボほらいったへえリボバレたか。
茨をメス人にこの身をもってあなたを守り導こう。
おとなしくしぼったくりだ。生命はっ捕まった。バトル体験2倍速ってこんなもん。楽しいですか。私を食ったらいいんだ。私を楽しガツンとくるやつでいこう。
呼ぶ声が食うさ
ぼったくりだ。バトル体験を2倍速ってこんなもん。バレたか。遊びはここまで。一人なんて嘘でも万人なら本当になる。